So for the past several months, I've been giving you guys all the brand new updates, all the information for Battlefield 1, things that were coming out, monthly updates, the spring update, way back. This update, this patch, I don't know what you want to call it, this weapon change might be the biggest change we have seen to Battlefield 1. For some of you players out there, you might say this is an awesome change. For some of the other players out there, you may not like it. But the forums are going insane. The gameplay, the chat logs are going insane on the CTE, because right now I've been testing this out on the CTE, and let me tell you, before I jump into this, guys, this is huge. The weapons as you know them in Battlefield 1 are about to change. Now, let me know down below as we get into this video. I'm going to explain what these changes are. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments. Let's get this conversation started, because right now it's just really blowing up. A lot of people are angry, a lot of people are pleased, a lot of people are happy, a lot of people are saying they're coming back to Battlefield 1 now, and there are a lot of people who are saying, I'm leaving, I'm going for good, I'm shutting the door behind me. Let's get into what's going on, guys. So the changes that we're talking about right now is for the Battlefield 1 September update. I don't know if this is going to drop the same time as the In the Name of the Czar DLC, but right now we're testing this out, and right now this stuff is live right now in the CTE. So what does this change mean? Basically, what DICE is telling us is, quote, they're introducing a major update where they're tweaking many weapon values to get them to feel more powerful and to slightly reduce the disparity in raw time to kill between fast firing and slow firing weapons, end quote. So what does that mean? For the most part, it typically means you'll get one less bullet to secure a kill. So if previously certain gun would give you 5 bullets per kill, basically you can get 4 shots on target and get that kill. That's basically just, in a nutshell, what all that crazy scientific talk means. When it comes to the self-loading rifles, the accuracy and effective fire rate are improved, and the changes should make these weapons, according to DICE, should make these weapons more effective relative to bolt-action rifles, shotguns, and explosives. And their thought behind this whole process is we should be able to get most of the weapons to reach a time to kill closer to that of Battlefield 4. I played Battlefield 4 just recently, and if you haven't played Battlefield 4 in a while, it does seem you get kills a little bit quicker than Battlefield 1. I'm not complaining, because you play them spankers racking up the kills, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not complaining, but they want to bring it a little bit closer to Battlefield 4 and maybe help some players up their kill count. Now we're gonna get into the solid details of what we have. So as I scroll down here, we have the light machine guns for support. The damage of all light machine guns have been increased, and it should make enemies feel less like bullet sponges, according to DICE, when targeting them with light machine guns, especially for the light machine guns that previously could take up to 7 hits to kill. Don't get me wrong, I've seen some of those light machine guns and I completely stopped using them. Like, you know what, this is useless. It's making people bullet sponges. There are much more powerful weapons I can use. Why would I use a bullet sponge magnet? You know what I'm saying? Now most light machine guns will kill in 4 to 5 hits. And let me tell you, right now in the CTE, they are not kidding. They've also tweaked the recoil values of the light machine guns that have low damage to offset their new damage model that is much closer to the others. So let's go through a few of them. The short shot, that's the short shot. The maximum damage was 35, now it's increased to 38. The minimum damage was 23, now it's increased to 28. And they've extended the 3 hits kill range. The bar and the Benet Mercier, the bar, I love that bar, man. The maximum damage was increased from 23, this is kind of huge, to 26.5. The minimum damage of 19 to 23. The Madsen MG15NA, the MG1417. The maximum damage is increased from 23 to 28. The minimum damage, 17.5 to 21 per shot. 21 per shot minimum damage. The Lewis, the Hugh, and the Perino, the maximum damage was increased from 23 per shot to 26.5, and the minimum damage of 15 to 20. That's a minimum of 20 per shot. And I gotta admit, man, I played with the Perino. That's the brand new light machine gun in the CTE before these changes came out, and I was messing with the Perino, and I'm like, man, this thing is weak. I was like, something's got to change. I'm like, this thing is absolutely weak, but now it is not. And since the Lewis, Hugh, and Perino will no longer drop off to a much lower BTK at range than other LMGs, their recoil has been increased slightly to compensate. So we're going to get more recoil to compensate for those weapons. So now we're going to get into the submachine guns, and those are for assault, and they've increased damage for all submachine guns at range and for most up close. The Automatico did not receive higher close range damage, making its time to kill much closer to the other submachine guns in close quarters. If you've seen some of my previous videos, I spoke about the Automatico and how it might be one of the best weapons that we have. Well, now they've kind of adjusted, so we've got another, we got other submachine guns we might want to go to, but the Automatico is still great, but not overpowered. They haven't really changed that one. To compensate, the vertical recoil has been reduced slightly for the Automatico. So for the MP18, the SMG08, the maximum damage has been increased from 23 to 28, and their minimum, that means the lowest amount of damage you can get, has been increased from 13.5 to 15. As far as the Hell Regal, you know we love that Hell Regal, and I really was feeling the buff on this thing. The Hell Regal, the maximum damage hasn't been increased from 23 to 26.5, and the minimum damage of 13.5 has been increased to 15 minimum damage per shot. The Automatico, the minimum damage of 12 to 13.5, the vertical recoil has been increased from 0.4 to 0.36. So the ribeye rolls, I was using that thing also. The ribeye rolls, I absolutely felt an increase using that thing. It just melts the enemy. Now, the maximum damage has been increased from 23 to 28 per shot, and the minimum damage has been increased from 15 to 17.5 per shot. The M1903 experimental, it's effectively an SMG. You might not think it is, but minimum damage has been increased from 13.5 to 15, and they've extended the 4, 5, and 6 hit kill ranges. Now, when you get into the self-loading rifles, those are for the medic class. They're getting improvements to the accuracy and to their range. The standing, that means you're standing on your feet, aimed accuracy of all self-loading rifles has been increased, along with increases in damage drop-off ranges for most of their bullets. And they've effectively increased the range of the self-loading rifles slightly farther to differentiate them from the light machine guns. So this is for all the self-loading rifles. They've actually given you a spread increase, and they've also increased the range, like I was saying, the range for those self-loading rifles. Now the RSC, which is it was already an awesome 2-hit kill weapon, they've increased the 2-hit kill range from 47 meters, now this is huge, from 47 meters to 70 meters, such an increase in the 2-hit kill range for that thing. Now you got a damage drop off that starts the distance at additional 50% for the SL 1906, the SL 1916, the Mondragon, the General Lu, that's the new rifle. I'm actually liking that thing. And the damage drop-off end distance has been increased another 50%. The auto-loading 8.35, they've increased the 3-hit kill range from 47 meters to 70 meters. The auto-loading 8 extended .25, when I gave you guys a video, I was explaining that might be one of the best medic rifles. They've extended the 3-hit kill range on that thing from 17 meters to 20 meters, and the 4-hit kill range has been increased from 27 meters to 30 meters. The last two medic rifles that we're going to go through, the M1907 SL, the 3-hit kill range has been increased from 27 to 30 meters, and the 4-hit kill range has been increased from 36 meters to 45 meters. And the Serragati, the 3-hit kill range has been increased from 36 to 45 meters. Now we're quickly, last but not least, we're going to go into the shotguns. They made some changes to how the shotgun pellets worked, so it kind of increased the consistency of them by reducing how much randomness plays a part in the shotgun dispersion. So all the shotguns now fire with 12 pellets. So before there would be some differences with that. So now it's all 12 pellets. To compensate for the change, they slightly tuned all shotguns so they can keep similar damage and range with now 12 pellets for all. So you got the 12G automatic with the pellet count increased, maximum damage is increased, the Trojan pellet count increased, maximum damage is increased 8.4 to 9.1, the minimum damage 4.2 to 4.55. The trench gun, I'm going to drop these actual figures down in the description so you guys can actually see the different changes yourself as I'm reading them off. The M97 sweeper, the Model 10, and now the Model 10, one of my favorite shotguns. The Model 1900, that's the new double barrel shotgun that's coming out, and the sawed-off shotgun, they've increased the pellet count from 20. They've taken the pellet count from 20 and taken it down to 12. The maximum damage has increased from 8.4 to 12.56, and the minimum damage from 4.2 to 6.25. So if you have access to the CTE, jump right in, check out these weapons. I guarantee, because I've been there, I guarantee once you start using them and you see how powerful these changes are, once you go back to vanilla, you're going to think everybody's bullet sponges. But let me know down below what you guys think. Are you excited about these changes? Do you think they should have just left this stuff alone? Are you looking forward to getting more powerful weapons? Are you thinking this sucks? When I was in the chat box and I was talking earlier, I was actually doing some aggressive sniping, and it just made me, I had to be on my feet a lot more than before. I had to be having good awareness of where the enemy was. There were a few people in the chat box who were saying that aggressive sniping is now dead because you die so quickly. And I'm like, no, you just have to adapt and overcome, fellas. Now listen, before I get into my personal opinions on this stuff, I want to hear what you guys have to say. Let's get the conversation started down below. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 2K, man. We're on the road to 2K subscribers. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until the next time, it's your boy Rump Spanker, and I'm out of here.